Now, from Harbortown Golf Links on picturesque Hilton Head Island, WSAV News 3 on your side, live at the RBC Heritage. Here are your hosts, Andrew Davis and Ben Singer.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special live edition of WSAV News 3 to 5 o'clock, live from the RBC Heritage in Harbortown. I'm Ben Singer.
I'm Andrew Davis. Hey, welcome. We'd
Isn't
like
it
to invite
nice?
you at least once a year to come down and see how beautiful Hilton Head is, and you can't get any better than this.
And I do not want to mess up this invitation because this is one of my favorite days of the year, to be sure. And man, what a nice day. Oh, I mean, you know, this is always weather dependent, obviously, and geez, we're going to luck out.
You and I and thousands of our closest
Right.
friends here for the RBC Heritage, and it's been a fantastic first day, first round already. Lots of great golfers, and this is a signature event, Ben. $20 million first prize, so you should have really worked on your golf game before you came
I think it's a little late for that. We should tell everybody where we are. We're actually right behind the 18th hole, where day one of play is winding down. This is South Carolina's only annually recurring PGA Tour stop. It's actually the largest event in the entire state of South Carolina. The energy is electric here. You know, this is something that everybody looks forward to, bringing in the biggest names in golf.
Absolutely, it's spectacular. You see the yachts behind us, the quarterdeck, the lighthouse, everything you're going to want to see, and you're going to see it all on TV and everywhere else, but you should be here instead. It's that good. But we want to know about the weather, Ben. That's the important thing.
Let's
right
get
now.
an update on that. We have Chief Meteorologist Scott Roberts out of the building as well with us today. Scott, what's going on weather-wise?
Hey, things are pretty nice for us here on Hilton Head. We have a lot of sunshine. Of course, with that, we have dry conditions, so it's just about perfect for golf. It is on the warmer side, especially in the sunshine. Temps for us right now at the airport on Hilton Head at 73 degrees, but along and west of I-95, those temperatures are a little bit warmer in the lower 80s. We're looking at that all around the southeast with high pressure building in to the picture. We're looking at upper 70s for North Georgia, and it's even warmer off to the west. And that's the air mass that is going to be filtering in over the next couple days as high pressure builds into the southeast and really taking a stronghold over the region, which will keep us pretty nice and dry and a lot warmer and more humid over the next couple days. Though we are already tracking the next system, which will eventually bring the chance for some showers on and off throughout next week. But because the high over us is going to be so strong, that front is going to be very slow moving. So for the next few days here on Hilton Head, it will gradually get warmer, but we keep that mainly sunny sky around for Friday, for Saturday, and then same thing for Sunday, the final round, which is also on Easter Sunday. Hilton Head will warm into the lower 80s. Inland areas will be a bit warmer in the lower to middle 80s for most spots, and that warm trend will continue next week, even with those shower chances increasing for us. We'll talk more about that coming up in a little bit, but for now, I'm going to send it over to Joey Lamar with an update on round one play. Joey?
Round one in RBC Heritage still in progress, and the headline today is pretty simple, okay? It's Justin Thomas. He tied a course record. He shot 61 on the day, but it's not the first time that Thomas has tied a course record this season. Back in February, WSAV was down in Ponte Vedra, Florida for the TPC Players Championship, and Thomas, again, set a course record there at 62 at TPC Sawgrass. This just an outstanding day on round one at RBC Heritage for the world's number 8th ranked player in the world. He shoots 10 under par. This is his birdie on the par 4 16th. This brought him to 9 shots under par. He added a birdie on 17 to go 10 shots under par.
One of those days I put the ball in a spot that, you know, I had a lot of good numbers. I had a lot of kind of full wedges to where you have to be a little conservative at times out here. I felt like they were kind of pins and angles and everything that I could be a little aggressive.
This is the third time a player has shot 10 under par in a round at Harbortown. The other two times were Tony Merritt in 2015 and David Frost in 1994. Thomas was not the only golfer to have a good round. Scotty Scheffler also put a lot of circles on the scorecard in the first round. However, 16 was not one of those holes where he did. However, he did shoot 64.
A lot of looks out there. Definitely was in position most of the day. I think I maybe hit one errant tee ball and had to scramble, but made a really good par there on 11. And yeah, outside of that, I felt like I kept the golf course in front of me for the most part.
Another player who shot 64 on round one is UGA alum Russell Henley, and on 16, he does add a circle to the scorecard. This was his third straight birdie on the second 9.
Hit it in trouble. I managed to make a par, and so yeah, just going to try to clean up the driver just a little bit and just continue to putt like that would be great.
And locally, Bluffton resident Brian Campbell had a fantastic day. He was 5 shots under par and looking to remain at that score with a par save on 18, and he is true. So a 66 for the Bluffton resident playing the course for the first time.
Late birdies made it feel a little better. Towards the middle of that round, I had a lot of good looks, just couldn't really make any, so I'm really pleased to have a few in the end there.
All right, so let's give you a really quick update on Savannah native Brian Harmon. He's having an excellent day. He was 6 shots under par through 17. He was currently playing 18 the last time that I checked. And just overall today, the players just absolutely having their way with this course. The last time I checked, there were 60 players at even par or better. So there are only 72 players in the field. So we'll see if the course in round 2 can get back some strokes. Reporting from RBC Heritage, I'm Joey Lamar, WSAV News 3 on your side.
It's also helping shape the next generation of leaders right here in the Lowcountry. So every year, 11 high school seniors from Beaufort and Jasper counties are awarded Heritage Scholarships, prestigious honors that recognize outstanding achievement, leadership, and service to the community. Since this program began in 1993, nearly 400 students have received more than $5.6 million in scholarships, funded largely through donations from the tournament's Tartan Club members. The awards range from one-time $4,000 grants to 4-year scholarships worth up to $20,000 to qualify. These are really, really coveted in this area. Students must have a 3.5 GPA or higher, live in Beaufort or Jasper County, plan to attend college within a year of graduating high school. Applications for the 2026 awards, by the way, will open this fall. It is time for a special guest now, everybody. We have the man of the hour, maybe the man of this next several days here. We have Steve Wilmot here, tournament director. Not only the director of this tournament, but at 39 years, now the longest serving tournament director in the PGA? Ish?
I'm certainly, I got started back in 1986. My first tournament was 1987 when Davis Love won his first event on the PGA Tour, and he's won 5 times in the Hall of Fame and has done a lot of different things, and I'm still doing something that I'm very passionate about and love what you do what you love, and I don't have to do this, I get to do this.
Well, I know so many people are happy that you're still involved after these decades. Now, you've seen the changes over the years. Most notable for me from year to year, I walked down to the Heritage Lawn, I saw what has become of the Calabogie Club. I mean, it's like y'all built a temporary mansion over there.
Yeah, well, you know, we have some limitations here, which makes this tournament very special. And with us being a signature event and kind of raising our game too, there's not many places you can go left or right or front or back, but you can go up. So we did go up another level, and the team has done an outstanding job from the selling side, the operational side, working together to create something that's unique and special, and it's going to be, I can tell you, it's going to be one of the best in class on the PGA Tour.
It's going to be really cool. We're going to show you all some video of that in the days to come, we promise. It's worth seeing. Now, you mentioned that this is a signature event. I want to, you know, for the lay people out there who are maybe still getting used to some of the terminology, how significant is that when it comes to attracting the best players out there?
Well, we used to be an invitational, which was at a different level than a full field event too, 132 players. So we're limited to a minimum of 72 players, which we have this year, and it's the best of the best. It's there's you know, that 3-hour trip from up the street in Augusta also assists with these guys coming down here, and we have the strongest field we've ever had, and we're excited about the week. And again, as you talked about, why we do what we do is for giving back, and the scholarships is one part of that. But to be able to facilitate close to $4 million last year to this community, and almost $57 million since '87, since the first Heritage Classic event was created, is pretty special.
Well, isn't it fun to be able to say that? We've got the best field we've ever had. You know, that's certainly what the spectators want to hear and they want to watch out there. Now, you know, you mentioned all the statistics that are really, really quite amazing. And I think the other amazing piece of that is, what at last check, there's 12 paid staffers, right? It's like an army of volunteers and this huge, you know, how do y'all do that?
Well, I'm very fortunate. This isn't about me, it's about we, and it's about community. And I have an incredible staff, an incredible team, and that works 13 months out of the year, if not 53 weeks out of the year. We're already working on 26, but when you look at close to 2,000 volunteers plus additional volunteers on top of that, working with Sea Pines, working with the resort, working with the town, working with Beaufort County, working with officials up in Columbia. Everybody wants to know this is a wonderful opportunity for this community, but also for this region in South Carolina. So everybody's all in. And 99% of the time, if I ask a question, it's yes is the answer. What's the question?
You know? How nice. Well, thank you for joining us today, and happy Heritage.
Same to you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Steve Wilmot, everybody, tournament director. We're going to toss it over to Andrew.
Well, along with this beauty in the golf that Steve was talking about and everybody that does, it's the absolute beauty of the course and everything around it. Of course, that doesn't happen without a lot of work put into it. And I got a chance to talk to some of the folks that were in charge of it. Exactly that. The greenery goes through, and they have more than 3,000 geraniums alone throughout the entire course. They've got flowers in every spot, and they start back in December buying those flowers to make sure they're exactly what we need right here for the RBC Heritage and to make Harbortown look great on TV and in person. They say it's a labor of love, and then a week out they start planting everything that they have. They want to make sure this is the best possible way to showcase not just the tournament, but Hilton Head Island in general.
What makes Hilton Head Hilton Head? I mean, this is a one-time big event of the year. It draws in crowds from all over the world, and it gives us a chance to display what we have, what we're able to do. Well, I love it as a PGA fan. I'm able to separate myself from what my job is and just go out there and enjoy watching the spectators and seeing everybody, and actually watching them enjoy the plants that we put out there.
I'll tell you, I talked to Michael earlier, Ben, and he says he's proud of all the work that's out there, but if you want to see his piece de resistance, go to 14 and see the geraniums.
Oh, okay.
They are the best thing you've ever seen. He's absolutely right. It's worth the walk out to 14. See the geraniums, close to 1,000 that are out there.
Dang. Okay. I mean, what an army of people it takes to take this on. That is just so amazing. I can't wait to see those in person.
Well, we are coming to you live once again from the RBC Heritage here on Hilton Head, and we couldn't ask for better weather. In the sunshine, though, it is feeling a little bit on the warmer side, and also if you look off in the distance, there has been a little bit of a haze across the region because of some controlled burns occurring to get rid of some extra debris and just to do some forest management for some of the state managed lands. Right now, overlooking Savannah, we can see a little bit of that hazy sky looking toward the city. It was a little thicker earlier in the day, but still it's leading to some reduced air quality around the coastal empire and the low country. As long as we have these fires and very light winds, we'll have that as an issue. But as we look ahead to the next few days, the winds will begin to pick up. At the coast, they were a little bit stronger for today. Further inland, they have been a bit calmer, and that's part of the reason why those air quality issues have been with us. Temperature-wise, at the coast, we are in the 70s. Further inland, just as expected, west of I-95, those temperatures are in the lower 80s. And for tomorrow, as far as what we are looking at on the Heritage here on Hilton Head, we'll start off on the cooler side. The high pressure that's building in with dry air will keep those temperatures overnight fairly cool, but warming quickly into the mid to upper 70s during the afternoon hours. So either way, it's going to be a nice day to be out here for golf. Just make sure if you are headed out here to Hilton Head, you make sure you are ready to be in the sun and be ready to stay hydrated, because that sun and that heat could catch up with you pretty quickly. And those temperatures will gradually warm up over the next several days. With that high pressure over the region, we will be talking about temperatures trending well above normal, especially as we head into the weekend. But eventually, we will be watching a cold front make its way in from the west. This is going to be a very slow moving frontal boundary that will bring us some shower chances for next week. However, they will remain on the lower end of the scale, but they will be with us throughout the week, but not really helping us out much as far as a rainfall deficit, which is well over 4 inches now for Savannah. So the drought that has been developing will be an issue for us as we head into the next several weeks, if not next couple of months. As far as the forecast for tonight, we're going to be looking at a clear sky. Stick around. Temperatures will be in the 50s for most of us, a little bit milder right along the coast. Then for tomorrow, well, that sunshine again. Temps will be in the lower 80s for Savannah, even a little bit warmer further inland. Here on Hilton Head, of course, staying a few degrees cooler, and we will have the sea breeze to work with, so that will help to make conditions feel a little bit bit more comfortable at times. That breeze will be light for the boaters as well. The waves maybe a little bit bigger than for today, but still very pleasant boating conditions all around the coastal empire and the low country for the nearshore waters of Georgia and South Carolina. Over the next 7 days, those rain chances will be with us next week. We won't worry about that just yet. Our focus is going to be over the next 3 days as we head into the rest of the RBC Heritage. The final rounds will be a little warmer for us on Hilton Head. Easter Sunday, we'll be looking at those temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Even with those rain chances building in next week, it will remain rather warm. Let's look at your weather forecast for now. I'll send it back over to the desk to Andrew and Ben.
Thank you so much. And you know it's perfect weather because the party over
party
here
has
is so
begun.
big at the
We may not
quarterdeck.
make it to 5:30. We may have to go onto the boat instead.
right.
So I
We're
do have
out
a
of
complaint
here.
with Scott because he told me it was going to be nice enough weather to wear the tie. He was wrong. It's hot, but it's wonderful.
We have
it's
a breeze.
fabulous.
We have a
So
little breeze.
We have a little breeze, but it's perfect. Hot golf out there too. These are some low scores out there, Ben.
Right. We want to get over to Colby Zach. We're going to talk about some golf. I mean, there's a party, but there's also golf. So Colby Zach, he's keeping an eye on the leaderboard. Colby, what's happening?
Yeah, we've got a beautiful day here at Hilton Head Island for RBC Heritage Round One. And now we've had players from all across the world travel to play here at Hilton Head, and some are right at home and others are at home. I talked to Brian Campbell earlier and he said he is literally sleeping in his own bed for this tournament. We also had somebody else local, Brian Harmon, the Savannah native. He's not sleeping at home, but he's right across the way in Savannah, and he's gotten a warm welcome. He's had one all week, but now is finally time to play. Here he is starting on hole 1, and he drives off with a bang. He's going to rip this one straight down the middle of the fairway to start off strong. Harmon is one of the lower swing speeds in this field, but he drilled that one. Second shot now looking for another good one, and he delivers with some great touch, and Harmon is going to put this one straight onto the green. So now the Savannah native has a chance to birdie his first hole at Hilton Head. And here he is for the birdie, and he sinks the putt to start 1 under par, and he has really continued that momentum. He just finished his round within the last hour, and he finished 5 strokes under par, but it is just day 1. He's going to look to keep that momentum rolling into Sunday. Live at Hilton Head Island, Colby Zach, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Welcome back to the RBC Heritage here. Perfect day. Chamber of Commerce Day, I like to
I mean,
call
for
it,
real.
so.
Yeah, I hope they're taking a ton of video today.
I hope so. And you know who's enjoying it the most? The kids. They're having a blast out here.
So for many young fans, the RBC Heritage is, maybe the first chance, maybe the only chance they'll have to see some of their golf idols up close. We want to show you that. Kids of all ages lining the ropes. This is an area right off the first tee, eager to catch a glimpse of golf's biggest fans, defending champion Scotty Scheffler, along with players like Xander Schauffele, Victor Hovland, Colin Morikawa, made sure to take time between the rounds to sign some autographs, pose for some pictures. For many, it wasn't just about getting a signature, it was about making memories they'll cherish forever.
I forgot his name, but this is his autograph. I don't know what his name was. I got it on my shoulder too. So basically, I thought you could only get one autograph of them, and then I was like, so when he was walking away, I was like, I kind of wanted to get one on his shoulder. Like, okay, thank you.
And something you may not know about the Heritage, but just a reminder, if you are a ticketed adult, your kids can get in for free.
That's pretty amazing when you look at it. And if the kids didn't just go to the autographs, right there next to it, the little fun zone, there's putt-putt for everybody up there, the mini golf. Kids lined up for some friendly competition on the course. They channeled their inner golfers, swing their clubs. They had a couple holes in one while I was out there. Don't worry, they're not quite as accurate as the pros, but they definitely had probably more fun than the pros this entire time because it was so much fun to see them wing it. And one kid going, I hit 5 hole-in-ones, so I'm done. I'm perfect. So.
Well, that was I hadn't seen something like that last year, so I think that's a new addition.
They increased the autograph area, so it's autographs and the fun zone next to it, so kids can just hang out and wait for the golfers.
It's so cool. Well, as fans and players, alike hit the course, one thing is for certain, people are paying attention to some fashion choices.
You think? Maybe. I think the one thing they're looking at is what kind of plaid do you have on, and that's no question. That is number 1 on the list when it comes to fashion here. Plaid is the only thing you can have, but everybody comes up with a little something different. You've got sunglasses, you've got sundresses, you've got outfits, players, fans, volunteers. They've got plaid ties, scarves, the checkered pants, of course, as well. It's a great way to show your support for the tournament and for the entire area.
A couple years ago, when the tournament wasn't sponsored by anyone in particular, it was sponsored by the Heritage Classic Foundation. They actually had it so that there was no logo on it. So I stocked up on a bunch of gear, got this tartan jacket, and I like to think that a lot of people second look at me and think that maybe I'm one of the people that's supposed to be a member. So.
And remember, of course, the tartan jackets run by the Classic Foundation members have it, and whoever wins the tournament gets their own tartan jacket as well.
So much to look forward to. The traditions, the food. I think Saturday, most locals would consider that sort of the old home day, right? Sort of
everybody who went to high
day.
school, college together meets back up for the first time all year and just celebrates for the entire day too on Saturday. It's a great day.
So come on out on Saturday. Well, if you have a ticket, I think it's sold out. I guess the secondary market, you can do that. But anyway, we want to thank you so much for joining us for this special edition of WSAV News 3 to 5 live from the RBC Heritage. We do have more coming up in the next hour here. Coming up at 6 o'clock in particular, I'm going to take you behind the rope, so to speak, to show you a little behind the scenes look at the action.
Very cool. It's going to be great to see. Thanks for coming out to the Heritage. Thanks for being here. Watch all weekend. Come on out and visit. Hilton Head's beautiful. Look at it. You can't beat it.
Happy hour has already begun.